We are here in Amarillo, Texas to announce the findings of our new research study published in the latest issue of the international journal Time and Society. Although scientific research can be dry and narrow, we believe that these results are of substantial national interest, implicating misaligned time zones with a higher risk of death on America's roads. This is the science of chronobiology. The problem is that the sun is the primary driver of our circadian rhythms, which we have had as human beings from the dawn of humanity. But modern intrusions and insults on the normal circadian rhythms that humans experience have created significant health problems, as well as, we have found, driver accidents and deaths. 53 million people live in what we call eccentric time localities. And what we have found is that research over a 12-year period indicates that more than 1,000 excess deaths per year take place in these misaligned time zones that you can see in blue. Not only do we have more than 1,000 deaths per year, but the estimated annual economic losses total $1.8 billion. And each death on the highway averages 38 years of life lost. The pattern held through all 4 time zones in the United States. Let's see this. You can see that in the Eastern time zone, the eccentric time localities had more than 23% excess death. That's death that we would not have expected when comparing to the rest of the Eastern time zone that is well aligned. And then in the Central region, 17%. In the Mountain region, 26%. And Dr. Evaniuck will be talking about the example of Texas being emblematic of these eccentric time localities. The lucky region is the West Coast, where highway traffic deaths were substantially lower. And by the way, or maybe not coincidentally, the West Coast is where there are no eccentric time localities. But if you take all of the regions that we show in blue and compare them to the West Coast, the death rate over 12 years was 50.5% higher. These are not estimates. They're not extrapolations. These are actual death counts on America's roads at more than 1,000 per year that we would not expect if their death rates were the same as in what we call the natural time zone. The residents of these areas in blue live under a permanent circadian deficit.
So our team was shocked by the thousands of unexpected deaths these artificial time zones pose. Case in point is the state of Texas. As you can see on the map, all of West Texas and really 2/3 of the Lone Star State fall within what we deem an eccentric time zone. Some examples: Midland, Odessa's vehicle fatality rate is double the national average, and 3 times higher than El Paso. Interestingly, El Paso is in the Mountain Time Zone, the only part of Texas in the Mountain Time Zone. Amarillo, likewise, is 85% higher than the national average. Terre Haute, Indiana, is placed in the Eastern Time Zone, but based on the sun's movement, it really should be in the Central Time Zone. Terre Haute's vehicle fatality rate is 53% higher than nearby Champaign, Illinois, in the Central Time Zone. These examples were not outliers. We explored every single automobile fatality occurring in the United States from 2006 to 2017. And in every county in the United States, the results were consistent.